So it's been about 13 months since we got news on the highly anticipated Johnny Test reboot on Netflix. And by highly anticipated, I mean by me and like this number of people. When I woke up this morning, I wasn't expecting the trailer to drop. In fact, I was going to get a haircut today, and I'm also in the middle of growing out my facial hair. So this is going to be a memorable experience for both of us, because you gotta stare at this while I react to the new Johnny Test goodness. I haven't seen this trailer yet, but I know that Season 1, which I presume is going to be about 10 or 13 episodes long, is dropping on July 16th, which is the same day that Space Jam 2: A New Legacy comes out, which stars Zendaya as Lola Bunny, and apparently a bunch of other voice actors that aren't worth mentioning. I'll give some more detailed thoughts a little bit later, but for now, here are my first unfiltered and probably heavily edited reactions to the Johnny Test Netflix reboot trailer. Oh my god. Oh, I'm glad James Arnold Taylor is back.
And that's Dookie, my best bud.
Oh, that's a new Dookie! Oh, the fourth Dookie! Oh, the backgrounds look so nice. The character models too. Wow, this looks so good. Is that Speed McCool?
Is that Speed McCool?
Oh my god, everyone's back. Please tell me Bling Bling Boy's back. His voice actor.
I really should savor this moment.
Oh, that sounded like Lee Tucker.
We have a baby? Who else wants to challenge my crazy?
Man, this reaction isn't that interesting. I'm just kind of watching the trailer. I don't know why I made a whole video revolving around this. And now I'm talking over it, so I'm missing all the hilarious gags. Dookie has a cell phone and he farts? Yes!
Time to destroy Johnny Test.
Darth Laser! No, wait, is that the Fairly OddParents character? I forget. Okay, I'm glad Bling Bling Boy's twerking and he has a poop emoji head. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I'm looking forward to it. It's Johnny Test. Do you think I'm gonna say, no! No, this is bad! You shouldn't like it! No! No, I'm a slave to this intellectual property. First things first, I am a fake Johnny Test fan. I mistook Dark Vegan for Dark Laser, but in my defense, those two parodies of the same character were created by the same person. It also took me a few viewings before I could figure out if anyone was actually recast. Johnny, Susan, Bling Bling Boy, and all the other major characters that their actors play are definitely back. I'm not sure if one of Mary's two voices returned, since her only individual line sounds just like Susan. I initially thought that Dookie got recast because he almost sounded like someone doing an impression of his second voice actor, Trevor Duvall. Then I remembered that the VA basically confirmed he was coming back last year to my face. Unless the creative team decided to go with someone else in the meantime, I'm just going to assume that this is still him. He probably only sounds a tad different because it's been about 8 years since Season 5 was recorded.
Either your sisters are testing a new human bowling ball, or you've got Donnie trouble.
Okay, now he's evil.
Whoa, that's a huge spider on the wall. It's so big. Alright, I got the spider. I wonder if any more spiders will appear in my videos. Maybe this fall? Speaking of characters, here are all the members of the secondary cast I spotted. Hugh and Lila Test, Johnny X, Speed McCool, The Monkey, Brain Freezer, Mr. Mittens, who now has a scratch over his eye, Albert, Dark Vegan, Mr. Black and Mr. White, the Mole King Zizrar, Bling Bling Boy, and the scientists who work in Bling Bling Boy's volcano lair. I'm kind of glad that Bling Bling Boy has been embraced by the creators as the meme character who loves to take selfies and twerk. The character has pulled so many humiliating stunts over the years that it does not feel out of place for him to embrace modern trends.
You know, I can be quite funky fresh.
Here's hoping that everyone from my tier list makes an appearance at some point, although I wonder if they can even use the incredibly original web series characters. I'll never give up on you, Italian stereotype Johnny!
Forget about it.
The structure of this revival looks to be episodic, based on how many distinct scenarios are set up in this trailer. In the narration, Susan mentions that it's almost summer, so I wonder if that'll link the stories together, or how many episodes will be set at Pork Belly Middle School or the Pork Belly Institute of Technology. On the other hand, there's also fall and winter themed adventures, so maybe the timeline won't matter at all. Now, this one shot of Susan, Mary, and Dookie piloting some ship looks like they're flying through brain or muscle tissue, which means that there might be a second Fantastic Voyage style episode where the characters shrink down and travel through someone's body. Hooray for originality!
We're such geniuses. We are such geniuses. Yeah!
A few of the first and last shots of the trailer come from the intro, and I know this because the Netflix original series title wasn't completely edited out. The trailer uses yet another new theme, and I had a heated gaming moment upon hearing it. Oh, there's a new theme song again? Just use the old one! Based on the lyrics, I'm pretty sure that the segment they played is used at the very start. I'm curious why they decided to change the song, if they couldn't get the rights to one of the originals, of course. I guess this will help give the revival its own identity, since it won't be listed as a new season of the original, but the tune used from season 2 onward is iconic, even if it rips off a Bush-era protest song from 2004. I'll judge the new theme when I see it in full, but for now, this seems like the biggest missed opportunity. The aspect of the new Johnny Test that everyone's talking about are the visuals. I gotta give kudos to the animation and design teams, cause they did a stellar job, especially when you consider that they were getting a new production off the ground, mostly in quarantine. The background characters no longer look like rejected incidentals from the Animaniacs reboot, front-facing Johnny is more pleasing than ever, the redesigned models lend themselves well to cartoony expressions, the technology and weapons still have creative designs, and the backgrounds have lively colors with detailed shading. The Christmas lights and snow-topped houses in the winter-themed episode look especially good. As for minor differences in this department, the lab, kitchen, living room, and front exterior of Johnny's house have been given slight redesigns. Dookie's human disguise no longer includes a baseball cap covering his rare hair disorder. Johnny's shirt no longer includes the yellow stripe it had in a previous promotional image. And most importantly, the color of the star in Susan's shirt was changed from dark blue to yellow. Now it matches up with the star in her hair and is the inverse of her sister's colors. Also, Mary's shoes are now pink instead of green. I think I favor the green, because it allowed Johnny and his sisters to have the same basic colors in their palettes. But on the other hand, Mary's a girl, and girls like pink! Honestly, when the biggest issue I have with the visuals is that they changed the color of someone's shoes, your show's in pretty good shape. Sometimes I prefer when they reboot cartoons that have aged or could have been better, instead of trying to fix something that already worked, because it means that the bar for being a successful successor isn't as high. I can complain about the fart joke or the forced uses of modern technology in this revival, but you can argue that it's just being faithful to the source material. In terms of tone and concepts, the new Johnny Test seasons appear to be another dose of what came before, just presented in a way that's more appealing to the eyes and ears. I may never get the emotionally driven and lore-heavy version of the series that my heart desires, but the original always struck me as something that could be improved with better direction, a bigger budget, and more time, and I'm excited about potentially getting that version of Johnny Test. If it wasn't based on an already existing property, or promoted as a hot new title on the biggest streaming service in the world, well, next to Boomerang of course,
It's all coming back to you.
the reception would probably be very different. But this is one reboot that I'm happy exists, even if we honestly do not need it. The only valid criticism I've heard thus far is that there weren't any whip track sound effects in the trailer. We don't need as many as the later seasons gave us, but you still gotta have a few here and there. It's tradition. I feel like Oliver Twist begging that they please spare us some whip cracks.
Please, sir, may I have some ore?
What? You want some ore? There, that's some ore, huh? Get it? Some ore?
I promise that this is going to be my last piece of coverage on any Johnny Test reboot until after July 16th. So to hear my thoughts on any new clips or promotional material as it's released, follow me on Twitter at itsNintendo. I'll make sure not to be nitpicky by saying stuff like, "Oh no! The female clone of 10-year-old Johnny Test isn't as hot as the one in the original show." Hey, someone had to say it.